So as the Russia-Ukraine conflict enters its fourth year, world leaders gathered in Kyiv for the Support Ukraine event, marking the third anniversary of the conflict. At the event, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for lasting peace, and the EU chief pledged €3.5 billion in aid. Meanwhile, global marches and renewed diplomatic efforts highlight ongoing international support for Ukraine's sovereignty. DD India's Meher Makri has more.
After years of making global headlines due to mounting casualties and mass displacements, the Russia-Ukraine conflict has entered its fourth year. Amid continued hopes for lasting peace, Kyiv hosted leaders from across Europe and Canada on Monday for the Support Ukraine event, marking the third anniversary of the conflict, where the fallen soldiers were also honored. Zelensky called for long-term, sustainable peace in the country this year.
Friends, this year should be the year of the beginning of real, lasting peace. We must achieve peace through strength, wisdom, and unity, through our cooperation with you.
The Support Ukraine event saw world leaders expressing their solidarity with Ukraine, all echoing a call for lasting peace, with the biggest announcement being the EU chief's pledge of €3.5 billion in new aid for Ukraine.
Putin is trying harder than ever to win the war on the ground. His goal remains Ukraine's capitulation. It is not only the destiny of Ukraine that is at stake, it is Europe's destiny that is at stake.
I'm proud to announce a new military assistance package for Ukraine worth €1 billion in 2025.
We continue to uphold our strong support for Ukraine's territorial integrity, sovereignty, and independence.
In Brussels, European Union foreign ministers held a moment of silence to mark the third anniversary of the conflict. They also approved a 16th package of sanctions against Russia. Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres urged countries to work together to bring an end to the conflict.
We must spare no effort to bring an end to this conflict and to achieve a just and lasting peace in line with UN Charter, international law and General Assembly resolutions.
From the US to Ireland, Taiwan and Australia, Ukrainians around the world held marches in solidarity with their country.
We want to be heard. We want the politicians to remember that behind their decisions right now, the decisions that where they do not include us as country and as people, that we are still there, that there are people's destinies behind it.
On the other hand, in the Kremlin, Russian President Vladimir Putin was presented with a sword and shield by Russia's Grand Mufti, Talgat Tajuddin. The gift was ordered on February 24, 2022, after Russian Muslims expressed full support for what Russia calls its special military operation in Ukraine. As the search for peace continues, all eyes are on how the situation will evolve in Ukraine, with global leaders keeping a close watch on the outcome. Meher Makri's report for DD India.